We'll see your biggest winners out in League One as they move into the top two. As for Sunderland, they suffer a shock defeat. We'll tell you a bit about it next. Right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today we're taking a look at Matchday number 13 out in League One, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash the old subscribe button. Keep your bang up to date with all things Blackpool Rovers related, League One related, whoa, football related. We're going to know here, boys. And Warowski, that's right, of course. Yeah, League One was ravaged with COVID cancellations, postponements, whatever you want to call it. But some teams did make some strides in towards the top of the table. We'll take a look at that in just a second. I want a big shout out, of course, to the VIP gang. We're talking about the patrons, of course. Support the channel behind the bloody scenes. So I do appreciate those guys support the channel. So let's give them a round of applause. Very, very vocal round of applause. And again, if you want to support the channel in another way, just like the Brotherhood, get stuck in the old description down below. Check out a look at the link, patreon.com/Roverseas. So let's get into it. Of course, and take a look at how we all got on last time around in a ravaged League One campaign. So here we go. Of course, Blackpool against Ipswich was already done and dusted, already taken care of. 4-1 win for Ipswich Town way back when. I don't know when that was. Let's see, Wimbledon against Wigan was another one of them postponements. Actually went with a 1-0 win for Wigan, but unfortunately we will have to wait and see. Bristol Rovers, though, did take on Fleetwood. It was a 2-2 draw for me, but it was actually a 4-1 win for Fleetwood Town. That's right, comfortable win for Fleetwood as they move into the top 8. Callum Camps with a couple of goals there. Paddy Madden and Ched Evans on the score sheet as well for Fleetwood as they ran right over Bristol Rovers. Josh Grank, one of the goal scorers for Bristol Rovers. Charlton, they did not play Rochdale. That match is again been rescheduled. Of course, 3-0 for me, but we'll have to wait and see. Crewe, big winners over Peterborough. 2-0 win. Goodness gracious me. So, opportunity missed for Peterborough to open up an extended lead on their chasing pack. Scores on the day for Crewe. We'll take a little look at it. Henry Pickering and Charlie Kirk, Captain Kirk, of course, getting the goal there for Crewe as they marched on with a 2-1 win. 2-0 win. Actually went with a 2-1 win myself, so shame on me. Hull, I've already said, were big winners this weekend with a 2-0 win. Got it right, bang on the nose, boys. Bang on the bloody nose. The goal scorers on the day was, of course, Malik Wicks, goal scoring legend at the moment for Hull. Hakim Adeyokan as well, with Sam Hughes getting himself sent off early doors to Burton as they had to play the majority of the game with 10 men. But like I said, big result there for Hull as they move into the top 2. Meanwhile, Lincoln against Gillingham, that also was postponed. I wanted the 2-1 win for Lincoln, but we'll have to wait and see. Northampton Town against Accrington, Stanley ended up all square. That was my pick, but the real deal was 1-0 winners for Accrington as they move into the 11th spot for them. Jonathan Russell, 2 minutes on the clock, put that game to bed. Oxford United against Doncaster, again, not happening. I went with the 2-0 win for Oxford. Of course, they were starting to move, but they'll continue another weekend out in the old relegation zone. But I think they're playing catch-up this week. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Shrewsbury Town against Swindon actually ended up as a 3-3 draw. I actually went with the 1-1 draw myself. Goal scorers on the day were, of course, Ariane Pierre, Matthew Miller and David Edwards as well, with Joel Grant, Hallam Hope and Matthew Smith on score sheet for Swindon as they split the points right down the middle. Actually went with the 1-1 draw myself. Sunderland against Milton ended up as a victory for MK Dons. That's the surprise one right there. 2-1 win for MK Dons. Actually went with a 3-0 win myself for Sunderland. Shame on bloody me. Shame on Sunderland, really. Max Powell, the only goal scorer for Sunderland, with Cameron Jerome and Scotty Fraser on the score sheet for MK Dons as they move now into the top 14 in the table. And wrap it up on the old coast. It was Plymouth up against Portsmouth, and guess what? It could not be separated. 2-2 in the bloody end. The goal scorers on the day, of course, we had Sean Raggett with a big fat OG, Jerome Poku on the score sheet for Plymouth, John Marquis and Tom Nail on the score sheet for Pompey as they managed to share the spoils right down the bloody middle. That's my picks, of course. So what did I get myself on that one? I got myself 3 out of 7, which is not brilliant. It's just under half. The criteria is not what you think it is. In fact, it is what you think it is. We'll take a look at it right here, right now. 0-3, you're in the shitface gang. That's me. Who's with me? 4-8, you're in the shitface club. There's not even 8 to get there. 9, there was top bananas if they're available. I don't think there are, but who cares? We're gonna plough one anyway. Kalarkov, Captain Centre Direction. You did shit just like me. Nathan Eva also did shit just like me. I think there's a whole bunch of us did shit just like me. Jonathan Sandman did shit just like me. Simples also did shite. Finn Luke did shit. Rooney's. Otto Muscaville. He did all right though. Well done, brother. Well done. Joe Kibyoka absolutely also did better very well, but he also did shit. We are QPR, so we give him a round of applause, of course. We are QPR did okay, and Yannick Buster also did poop skidadoopski. Cuddy Ho, well done to you, brother. I don't know what you did. I think you did shit, just like me. Thiago Stansky also did shite ski. Gaming Charlie did poop. Russell Frost also did very, very stonking, just like me. Period, aka full stop, did okay. Okay, didn't do okay. He did poop. Jacobs, Posh Vlogs did alright. STFC Janko did shite. Ivan Stringer did poop. Club Skills shocking. Vincent Hong also poopy. And Raji Ojo, Ojalaji poo poo. That's what we could call him right here, right now, because we all did shit. This is the leaderboard for this week and this week alone. Nathan Eve had a nightmare. So did Ivan Stringer with just the one. Those were three, just like me, sitting in third. But of course, period and aka full stop. And we are QBR leading the charge with an impressive 4 out of 7. Over the halfway mark for them. Of course, big shout outs to, of course, the Patreon gangs. And of course, this is your overall leaderboard right here, right now. Your kingpin right here. Bow down to Joachim Jakobsen, or Jakob Jakobsen, of course, who is your current overall kingpin out in League 2, even though this is League 1. That's right. So it is League 1. So don't I know there's a bit of a hijinks there. It is League 1. Joachim Jakobsen is your main man. Russell Frost not too far away either. We are QBR also not far away either. Elgin Cow in the top 5 alongside Omar Escaville. Kodako, not too bad either with number 9 spot, and 10th spot is Jonathan Sandham, of course, but still a lot of way to go. We're only at the maybe the quarter mark of the season, so 3/4 of the season still to go. So just make sure you get stuck in there if this is your first time here. So let's get into it. Double match day for a couple of teams there, and they're coming at you thick and fast. I'm trying to get these videos out before then, but it might be a little bit late. But get the picks in right here right now. We're recording this on the 16th of November, late in the evening. Oxford against Crewe is one of them, but we're going to kick it off with Swindon against Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Of course, these two played each other 6 times in the past. 4 wins for Swindon, 1 for Accrington, and 1 draw. The last side picture, of course, was in Swindon. It was a 3-0 win in May 2018. 3-0 win in the end for Swindon Toon. The goal scores on the day. In League 2, of course, Mark Richards on the score sheet, Kishi Anderson and Paul Mullen as well. James Dunn gets himself sent off. Jimmy Dunn on the flip side gets himself sent off for Accrington Stanley. Heading into this, Swindon have actually won the last 3 home matches against Accrington in all competitions, and they've also been kept a clean sheet in the last 3 home matches against Accrington in all competitions as well. They're coming to this just 1 win in the past 4 for them. That was against Forest Green Rovers in the Johnston Plate Trophy, or the Papa John's Trophy. That's what they call it these days. On the flip side, Accrington Stanley coming to this back-to-back wins for them with the last defeat against Accrington Stanley in the FA Blooming Cup. But we're going to look for the odds on this one then, shall we? We're going to go deep into the odds. Coming at you, League 1, of course. Yes, the odds 11-8 for Swindon Town for the victory, 25 is your 2-1 is your long shots. That is, of course, Accrington Stanley. It might even be favourites, of course. Heading into this, Accrington Stanley coming to this in 11th, and with them they could actually go as high as 10th. Of course, Swindon coming to this in 20th, but with them could actually see them League 5 all the way up to 13th in the table. So it's going to be tight. This one, all eyes will be on it, of course, but I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw, which probably would favour Accrington Stanley, taking a point away from home. You just don't know. If you don't lose your away games, guess what? You're making a point in the bag. Next up, we have Oxford United against Crewe, same match day on the 17th, right around the corner. These two sides played each other 9 times in the past. 4 wins for Crewe, 2 wins for Oxford, and 3 draws, of course. The last 4 sees 1 for Oxford, 2 wins for Crewe, and 1 draw. Last time they played each other was, in fact, at the Kazan, and it was a back in League 2 in 2012, and it was a 1-0 win for Crewe. Goodness gracious me, Gregory Pearson on score sheet for Crewe as they took the 3 points in the end. Heading into this, pretty much identical form book for these two sides over the last 5 games, 2 wins and 3 defeats apiece, and pretty much identical records as well on the same match days and all that kind of jazz. So we'll have to see about those. Of course, the bookies odds on this one, 65 for Oxford United, 5-2 is your draw, 9-4 is your long shots. That is Crewe Alexandra. Of course, coming into this, Oxford United currently find themselves in the drop zone, and they're all just on the cusps there, at 9 points over possible whatever it is, 27. On the flip side, Crewe Alexandra come into this on the, where are they? They're actually 13th in the table, but a win for them. They could actually go as high as 11th on this one. Again, and all eyes will be on this one. I think Oxford will nick it with a 1-0 win to put themselves in tip-top shape heading into the weekend, of course. Well, it's a full match day, according to my eyes. We'll see if that changes, of course, as the week progresses. Gillingham will take on Charlton, of course. These two sides played each other 11 times in the past, 4 wins apiece and 3 draws. Cannot be separated, these two clubs. Of course, heading into this, the last 6, though, sees 3 wins apiece and no draws. Last time played in competitive action was at the Priestfields in Gillingham, of course. 2-0 win for Charlton back in April 2019 in League 1. Joe Adebo and Josh Cullen on score sheet for Charlton. Heading into this, Charlton have actually won the last 6 matches in League 1. Gillingham have actually failed to score in the last 3 home matches as well. They come into this, though, 1 defeat the past 6. Charlton in all competitions. That was against Plymouth in the FA Cup. On the flip side, Crewe Gillingham to this, just 2 wins 5. And of course, one of those was in the FA Cup against Woking. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? What do we have on the bookies odds? Gillingham are actually 11-5 for the victory. 65 is Charlton. Your favourites 23-10 is your draw. Charlton coming to this actually fourth in the table, but a win for them could actually go mathematically top of the pops, boys. I'm going to put top of the pops. Meanwhile, Gillingham coming to this in a bit of a rut, but of course winning the match last time around. They're in 16th at the moment. The win for them, they could actually go as high as 11th in the table. I think Charlton look good at the moment. I'm going with the 2-0 win for the Attics, whatever they want to call it, on the road. Next up, of course, Accrington Stanley a double match day action. Of course, picking up a draw against Swindon earlier, but how are they going to fare against Lincoln City? Of course, now these two sides have played each other in the past 16 times. 4 wins for Accrington, 10 wins for Lincoln, and 2 draws. The last 6 though sees 3 wins for Accrington, 3 wins for Lincoln, and no draws. Even bloody Stephen last time played each other was in Accrington. It was a 4-3 result going in favour of Accrington back in February 2020. Jason Shacknell, Joe Prickcharge, Seamus Connolly, and Sam Finney as well on the score sheet for Accrington. Anthony Scully, Aaron Lewis, and Jason Shacknell get the goal scores for Lincoln heading into this. Of course, back-to-back games for Accrington Stanley, back-to-back wins at the moment. Of course, they'll be playing Swindon Town. Before this, we'll have a little extra bit of form heading into that. On the flip side, Lincoln City come into this just two wins in the past 4 games in all competitions as well. But they did come into this on the back of a 6-2 win over Forest Green Rovers in the FA Blooming Cup. Look at the odds then, shall we? What do we have on this? 9-5 for Accrington Stanley, 12-5 is your, 7-5 is your away win. Accrington Stanley come into this in 11th, but mathematically they could be up as high as 10th. And mathematically with that, they could also go as high as 6th if they win both of the games. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens in the first one first. Lincoln City come into this in 5th, but a win for them, they could also go mathematically top of the pops. Oh yes, I'm going to go with a draw, and this was back-to-back draws in my eyes for Accrington Stanley this week, which really doesn't really give them much momentum moving forward as they stay into mid-table. Burton Albion taking on Northampton Town. These two sides have played each other in the past 13 times. 6 wins for Burton, 4 wins for Northampton, and 3 draws. That's right, the last 6 though sees 3 wins apiece and no draws. They cannot be separated. Meanwhile, last time they played each other in Burton was in the FA Cup back in January 2020. It was a 4-2 win for Northampton Town. Of course, at that time, Northampton were second League 2 club. Burton was still in League 1. Nicky Adams on the score sheet. Charlie Good, of course, no longer at the club. Ryan Watson and had Sam Hoskins on the score sheet for Northampton. Ryan Edwards on the score sheet for Burton, and Scott Fraser as well. Last time they played each other in the league was in 2015 at Burton. It was a 3-1 win for Burton as well. Heading into this, Burton have actually failed to win the last 10 matches in League 1. And they've also, Northampton Town have also conceded at least 2 goals in the last 4 away matches heading into this. Just 1 win the past 5 for Northampton. That was a 3-2 win over Wigan. On the flip side, same can be said for Burton. Just 1 win the past 6. That was in the Johnson's Plate Trophy up against Fulham's Academy, it looks like. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? What do we have on the bookies odds? Burton Albion are actually 5-4 on favourites for the victory. 2-1 is Northampton Town. 5-2 is your away win. That is, of course, 5-2 is in fact your draw. Goodness me, sort it out, brother, sort it out. Of course, a win for Burton Albion coming to themselves in 23rd. A win for them, they could go as high as 20th. On the flip side, Northampton Town come into this in 19th. A win for them, they could go as high as 12th in the table. Again, can't really separate the two sides. I'm going to go with a nil draw. Next up, we have a feisty one now. It's Doncaster Rovers up against Sunderland. Now, these two clubs have played each other in the past 5 times. It's actually been 1 win for Doncaster, 3 wins for Sunderland, and 1 draw. The last time they played each other was actually in the Stadium of Light. It was a 0-0 draw back in January 2020. Meanwhile, last time they played each other at the Keep Moat. It's up there, boys. It's up there. It was back in December 2019. It was a 2-1 win for Sunderland. Lyndon Gooch and Chris Maguire on the score sheet for the Mackhams. John Taylor on the score sheet for Doncaster in a 2-1 loss. Meanwhile, heading into this, Sunderland have actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 3 away matches, and they're also undefeated in the last 5 away matches as well. They come into this, though, 3 defeats on the spin, Sunderland, in all competitions, including FA Cup and Johnson's Plate Trophy. On the flip side, Doncaster just 1 defeat the past 4. That was against Wolverhampton Wanderers Academy and the Papa John's Trophy as well. So good bit of form for Doncaster, not a great bit of form for Sunderland. Heading into this, though, 95 for Doncaster, 64 for Sunderland, 11-5 is your draw. Sunderland come into this. Where are they in the old table? They currently find themselves in 7th, but a win for them, they could go as high as 2nd. Doncaster also come into this in 10th, and a win for them, they could actually go as high as 8th in the table. Of course, Sunderland are hot and cold at the moment, and so are Doncaster. But I'm going to give it to the home team on this one with a 2-1 win to take it to the house. Next up, a Fleetwood Town against Plymouth. This one's going to be fruity. These two sides have played each other 8 times in the past. 4 wins for Fleetwood, 3 wins for Plymouth, and 1 draw. The last 6, though, sees 3 wins for Fleetwood, 2 wins for Plymouth, and 1 draw. Last time played each other at Fleetwood, it was a 2-0 win back in March 2019. Jason Holt and Scottish Ashley Hunter as well, and a 2-0 win over Plymouth. Fleetwood are actually undefeated in 17 of the last 19 matches at home. They also kept a clean sheet in the last 3 home matches as well. They come into this just 2 defeats in the past 6 in those games. One was in the FA Cup against Hull, the other one was against High Flyers Charlton. On the flip side, Plymouth unbeaten in 5, of course, winning 4 and drawing 1. Of course, the draw last time out was against Pompey as well. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? What do we have? Even Stevens for Fleetwood Town, 30-5 is your draw. 30-5 is also your away win on this. Of course, Fleetwood Town coming to this. Blooming, get off my face. Fleetwood Town coming to this in 8th, but a win for them, they could actually go in 6th. That's playoff talk. Meanwhile, Plymouth coming to this in 9th, and a win for them, they could also go in 6th. That's playoff talk, boys and girls. I'm going to go with on this one a 2-0 win for Fleetwood Town. Joey Barton's boys can be good, they can be clinical, and I think they'll get another win on their books this time around. Ipswich Town up against Shrewsbury. Now these two sides play each other 15 times in the past. 8 wins for Ipswich, 3 for Shrewsbury, and 4 blood-in draws. The last 2, these 2 wins are 2 for Ipswich, including a 3-0 win last round in August 2019. Goodness gracious me, the goal scorers on the day were thinking about it. Caden Jackson, James Norwood, and Flynn Downs, with Sean Wiley getting himself sent off for the Shrews. Ipswich have actually kept a clean sheet in the last 5 home matches. They've also won the last 5 home matches as well. They come into this though, 3 defeats on the spin in all competitions, losing to Sunderland, losing to Portsmouth in the FA Cup, and losing to Crawley in the Papa John's Trophy. On the flip side, unbeaten for Shrewsbury Town, picking up 2 wins and 2 draws to boot. Look at the bookies odds then, shall we? Ipswich are coming to this 6-5 on for the victory, 14-5 is draw, 3-1 is your away win. Ipswich coming to this in 3rd, and mathematically they could go top of the pops with the big fat W. Meanwhile, Shrewsbury coming to this in 22nd spot, but a win for them, they could go as high as 19th in the table. They're not going to get it though. I think Ipswich will take this to the house with a 1-0 win. Not big, not impressive, but just enough to get the 3 points. Next up we have MK Dons taking on Hull City Tigers. These two sides played each other 6 times in the past. 1 wins for MK, 2 wins for Hull City, and 3 draws. Of course, the last time they played each other at the Stadium MK was a 2-0 win for Hull back in 2015. In the Championship, it was El Mohammadi on score sheet, Mohamed Diami as well for Hull, a 2-0 win over MK Dons. Meanwhile, heading into this, Hull unbeaten in 3, picking up 3 wins on the spin for them in all competitions, including wins over Fleetwood, Harrogate, and Burton. On the flip side, MK Dons just 1 defeat the past 6 for them. That was against who the heck is that? Southampton Academy in the Papa John's Trophy as well. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? MK Dons are 50-8 for the victory, 7-5 is Hull, 23-10 is your draw. Hull are coming to this in 2nd, and with them they will go the pops. On the flip side, MK Dons coming to this in 14th, but a win for them, they could actually leapfrog Accrington Stanley into 11th spot in the table. I think it's going to be tight this one. I'm going to go with a score draw here, 1-1 in the end. I think MK Dons will be happy with that one to continue their recent bit of form. Posh, the leaders at the moment, Peterborough, taking on Blackpool, of course, doing a bit of trouble themselves. However, they've actually turned a corner with form at the moment. Anyway, these two sides have played each other in the past 26 times, 11 wins for Peterborough, 9 wins for Blackpool, and 6 draws, of course. The last 6, though, sees 2 wins apiece and 2 draws as well. Last time I played each other was at Bloomfield Road back in November 2019. Remember this time last year, actually. Niall Mason with a big fat OG, Dan Butler also with a big fat OG, Adrian Gundole as well with a couple of goals for Blackpool. Ivan Toney, Marcus Manson, and Mohamed Issa on the score sheet for Peterborough as they lost a 7-goal thriller. Meanwhile, last time I played each other at home far, I don't know, where do they play their game? I can't really remember, but anyway, last time I played each other at Peterborough was a 2-2 draw as well. You're going to go all the way back to 2016 for Peterborough's last victory at home over Blackpool was a 5-1 win back in May 2016. Heading into this, Peterborough actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 10 matches at home, and they've also won 9 in the last 10 matches as well. They're coming to this though, back-to-back defeats though for Peterborough, both in the league and also in the Papa John's Trophy. On the flip side, Blackpool winning 4 games at the past, 4 for 4 for them, actually just picking up 5 wins at the past 6. The last defeat was against Wimbledon of October in a loss. I don't know what the scoreline was there. Heading into this, of course, Blackpool are 29-10 underdogs. Away team 11-10 is your hosts. Is Peterborough, of course, 5-2 is your draw. Peterborough, if they win, they will remain top of the pops. But if Blackpool are victorious, they could go as high as 11th in the table. That's right. I'm going to go with, of course, a 3-1 for Peterborough. I think they'll smash them and take the 3 points. Next up, we have Pompey up against Crewe over at Fratton Park. These two sides played each other 14 times in the past. 5 wins for Pompey, 7 wins for Crewe, and 2 draws. Of course, the last 6 2 wins apiece and 2 draws, including a victory last round back in League 2 2017 in March. Crewe with the victors. George Ray on the score sheet on the 77th minute. Heading into this, Portsmouth actually scored at least 2 goals in 5 of the last 6 matches as well. They come into this 1 defeat the past 4. That was against West Ham's Academy and the Papa John's Trophy. On the flip side, Crewe coming to this just 1 defeat the past 3. That was against Shrewsbury in the Papa John's Trophy as well. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Portsmouth are a 30-8 stone cold favourites for the victory. 14-5 is your 9-2. That's your away win for Crewe. Alexandra. Crewe coming to this in 13th in the win for them. They could go as high as 11th. Portsmouth coming to this in 6th, and mathematically they could go 2nd with a big W if they are to be victorious on this one. I'm going to go with a big fat W for Portsmouth with the 2-0 win over Crewe to take it to the house and maybe even move into the top 2. We'll have to wait and see. Rochdale up against Wimbledon, of course. These two sides played each other 11 times in the past. 2 is for Rochdale, 5 for wins for the Dons, and 4 draws. The last 6, though, sees 3 wins for Wimbledon, 3 draws, and nothing for Rochdale. Last time played each other was in Wimbledon. Plough Lane, maybe back in October 2019. 3-2 win, 4 Wimbledon in the end. However, last time I played at the end, Rochdale was a 7-goal thriller going in favour of Wimbledon as well. Goodness gracious me, the goal scorers on the day were, I'll tell you what, they were Joe Piggott with a couple of goals, Anthony Wordsworth. Piggott actually got a hat-trick on that day. Ethan Ebanks-Blake, Ethan Hamilton and Ian Henderson on the score sheet for Rochdale as they lost 7-goal thriller. Heading into this, Rochdale without a win in 5. Wimbledon just 1 win in the past 5 for them. That was against Blackpool. A lot of draws knocking about. Actually, also 1 defeat in the past 5 for Wimbledon. That was against Hull as well. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? What do we have? Blooming have. Rochdale are 64 for the victories. 95 is your Wimbledon. 23 to 10 is your draw. Wimbledon coming to this in 12 spot, 14 points to the ball. Win for them, they could go to 10th. Rochdale coming to 17th in the table, but a win for them, they could actually go as high as 11th to boot. I think Rochdale will get something out of this one. I'm going with a 1-1 draw in the end. Moving on to Swindon Town against Bristol Rovers. These two sides played each other 28 times in the past. 10 wins for Swindon, 12 wins for Bristol Rovers, and 6 draws. Speaking of 6, bloody well, we'll have to wait and see. Well, who are we taking on? It's Swindon against Bristol Rovers. The last 6 between these two sides sees 1 win for Swindon, 3 wins for Bristol Rovers, and 2 draws. Last time I played each other was in Bristol. It was a 1-0 win in the Papa John's Trophy back in November 2019. Last time I played each other in Swindon was all the way back in 2016. It was a 2-1 win for Bristol Rovers. That's right, in League One. Goal scorers on the day: Matty Taylor and Raphael Rossi, or the big fat OG Lloyd Jones on the score sheet for Swindon. Heading into this, Swindon have actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 3 matches in League One. They come into this though, Swindon just 1 win the past 4 for them. That was against Forest Green Rovers in the Papa John's Trophy. On the flip side, Walsall, Bristol Rovers 1 win the past 5 for them. That was in against Walsall in the FA Cup, 2-1 win. Besides that, it's all been defeats and draws for them. And look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? What do we have? Swindon Town 65 for the victory, 94 is your win, 23 to 10 is your draw. Swindon Town come into this in the relegation spots, or just above, actually 10 points on the board, but with them they could actually go as high as 13th. Bristol Rovers come into this in 18th, and with them they could go as high as 11th in the table. It's a board draw mentality, but I'm going to go with Swindon Town with the win on this one. I'm wrapping it up. It's Wigan against Oxford now. 6-pointer, promotion 6-pointer, of course. But anyway, these two sides played each other 6 times in the past. It's been 6 wins out of 6 for Wigan over Oxford, of course. The last time they played each other, of course, at the DW was 1-0 win for Wigan back in April 2018. Last time they played each other at the Kazan, just to let you know, it was a 7-0 win for Wigan back in 2017. Heading into this, Wigan have actually lost 6 of the last 7 matches in League One. Oxford actually lost the last 4 away matches as well. They come into this, though, Oxford just 1 defeat the past 3, picking up wins against Rochdale and, of course, Walsall. On the flip side, Wigan just absolutely clueless, losing to Chorley, losing to Tranmere. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. Look at the bookies odds: 12-5 for the victory for Wigan, 11-10 for Oxford, 12-5 is your draw. We can come to the bottom of the pops at the moment. But a win for them could actually see them leapfrog above Swindon at the old drop zone at the moment. But on the flip side, Oxford coming to this also in the relegation spots. But a win for them, they also could go as high as 17th in the table. I think I'm going to go in with a 2-1 win for Oxford United to take it to the house and then potentially move out of the old drop zone on this one. That's what I think will happen in these random matches. Be sure to get your picks in nice and early, of course. This is what the table will look like at the end of it, I believe. Hopefully I've got all the results added up on this one. Peterborough will lead the charge, 3 points clear of Hull, who will remain in 2nd, Ipswich in the 3rd, Charlton 4th, Portsmouth 5th, and Lincoln City in 6th. Down the table, Wigan, Burton, Shrewsbury, and Northampton going down as it stands. Be sure to get your picks in nice and early for, of course, the Prediction League. Of course, we have predictions right around the world, right around England, right around Scotland, all that kind of jazz around here on the channel. So make sure you give the video some love and smash the thumbs up. Smash subscribe, of course, and also check out the links down below. Links to some other social media platforms on there: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. I'm trying to get my numbers up to 250 followers. I could do with your help on that one. And also make sure you check out the link as well to Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. That's the place to do it, brother. So make sure you check that out. Until then, though, be sure to give the video some love and smash the thumbs up, smash subscribe. Of course, hopefully you can catch the picks before they go live. Until then, though, we're out.